Hello all, welcome back to Current Affairs Series series. I'm Guna Mathivanan from Officers IAS Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss about Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Right Act 2001. But before knowing the provisions of the Act, let us try to know a story which is linked with this Act. Okay, this Act became more popular because of the story. A story between potato farmers and Lace Chips Company. So what happened? So in 2019, one buyer, potato buyer, a potential buyer, he wants huge amount of potatoes. So he was meeting few farmers. He was meeting 5 farmers actually to buy potatoes in large quantities. The farmers are very happy because there's a potential buyer who is going to buy huge potatoes. But however, the buyer said that farmers, you please give me some samples of your potatoes. I will taste it first. Then I will place my bulk order. The farmers also, they said, okay, fine, we will give you. So everyone gave their samples of potato. Next day, the farmers were anticipating the buyer to come and place the order. But instead of the buyer, a huge fine came from PepsiCo. The fine amount was close to 9 crores. So 5 farmers in total, they were to pay around 9 crores as fine. So what actually happened? The person who came as a buyer is not the buyer. He is a private detective. A private detective was sent by PepsiCo to check the potatoes of these 5 farmers. So the accusation is the farmers, they were growing a type of potato which is patented by PepsiCo. PepsiCo owns the Lace chips. Okay, so this PepsiCo company, they were coming up with a new variety of potato. That variety is called as FL27. FL27 is the potato variety which PepsiCo was coming up with, for which they have patent. For that variety of potato, they have patent. See, when compared to the normal potato, this FL27 potato is different. How? This FL27 potato will have lesser moisture. Normal potato which we buy from the store and we consume, right, that has more water, more moisture and more sugar, regular potato. So when there is more water, if you want to make chips, the water has to be dehydrated, it has to be processed. And when you have more sugar in the potato, when you make chips, you will have dark colors formation in the chips. Okay, so we want a potato with lesser moisture content and lesser sugar content. So FL27 was designed, that potato variety was designed in such manner. Clear? So that was the idea of breeding this FL27. So this FL27 was patented by PepsiCo in India. In India, it was patented. What is patent? Intellectual property. Everything I have done already. My first video was on intellectual property. Please go and watch if you have not watched. Okay. So PepsiCo have this FL27 patent. So they have the exclusive right. They have the exclusive right to produce that potato, but these farmers are producing without PepsiCo's knowledge. So fine was imposed. But now question comes whether PepsiCo can come up with such kind of fine, right? Patent for plant varieties. Patent for plant varieties is different from patent for your product which you have produced, right? You apply your mind and you come up with a product for which you apply patent, that is different. But for a plant variety, patent is different. So what Indian law says, whether farmers can sow the potato without the permission of PepsiCo or not, for which you should know some flashback. So in 1969, so we have an international union for protection of new varieties of plants, protection of new varieties. So developed countries all over the world, they have an union of for the protection of new varieties. So to protect the breeders' right, there is an international union. This international union in 1969, they came with a convention. They came with a convention That convention is protecting, it is giving exclusive right for the breeders. And you should know India is not a signatory of this convention. India is not a signatory. But the convention says the breeder should be given all the rights. Because it is PepsiCo which has invested time, energy, money, etc. and they developed a new variety of potato. So they should be given exclusive rights. Yeah, I mean exclusive rights, right? So this International Union for the Protection of New Varieties of Plants, they came with the convention. The convention says only the breeder should have maximum rights. India did not sign that convention. So in India, the case is different. But you know what UPOV did? They were entering into India through this TRIPS. We know TRIPS, WTO agreement, trade related intellectual property rights agreement. India is a signatory of this TRIPS. Those countries who have signed this TRIPS agreement, they have to honor the patent. So WTO was asking India, either you sign this convention or you come up with your own law. There should be some protection for the intellectual property. You cannot give all the freedom for the farmers. There should be some protection for the breeder as well. So what India did in 2001, India came with a law. That law is called as Plant Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights. New plant varieties protection should be there and farmers' right should also be protected. So India came with that act. But we should know what that protection of plant varieties says. Look at what I have given here. PepsiCo can apply for patent, but that patent is not similar to that of original patent. The regular patent is different from the patent given for the plant varieties. Indian law says that despite of the patents, despite of the patent, the farmers is having right to save, use, sow, resow, exchange, share, or sell these patented product. For example, what this act says is PepsiCo might have patented potato. That's okay. Now what PepsiCo is doing? PepsiCo, they are giving that patented potatoes to farmers, and the farmers on behalf of PepsiCo, they are sowing. That is called as contract farming. That is called as contract farming. That is one side PepsiCo, they have signed a contract with 14,000 Indian farmers. So the PepsiCo, they gave the FL23 potato to the farmers, 14,000 farmers only. And those 14,000 farmers, they will sow that potato in their field, they will harvest the potato, and the potatoes will be given back to the PepsiCo. That is called as contract farming. But only this 14,000 farmers can sow that potato, right? But what happened, some five farmers who are not in this 14,000, they are five farmers, okay, some random five farmers, they started sowing. There came the problem. So what actually happened, let's assume that these 14,000 farmers, they will also have potatoes, they will also have that same FL23 potato. If I am one of the farmer, this company comes to me, they are giving me their potato, and I am sowing the potato, I am harvesting the potato, I am giving that potato back to PepsiCo, but I will also have some potato remains. So there is my friend John is there, Ismail is there, Ram is there, my friends, I give potato to them. I say to them that, hey, look at this potato, man, it is so bigger, it is so tasty, you also sow. I am sharing it to them, I am not selling, I am sharing it to them, my friends, right? So they are also sowing and they are sharing it to their friends, they are also sowing. This is how the potato was going to other farmers. Whether it is correct or wrong, look at the law which says the farmers have the right to save. PepsiCo is giving potatoes, I can save the potatoes, I can use it, I can sow, I can resow, I can exchange and share. The law, Indian law clearly says I can give the potato to my friends, I can share, or I can even sell it. That means I got PepsiCo potato, I am sowing it, I am harvesting it, I have excess potato, I can sell that also. So only one condition Indian law says. What is that condition? That I can sell it, but I should not brand it, I should not put it in a basket, I mean a pocket, I mean a cover, or I should not put it in a box, I should not title it as FL23, I should not brand it. I should not brand it. In loose, I can sell it. I can sell it in the market. I can give it to my friends. I can share, exchange. All those are accepted. Right? So, Indian laws is allowing the farmers to share, resource, source, save, right? At the same time, sell it also. In loose, you can sell it. Don't sell it in packets. Don't add the brand FL27. Don't add the brand. This is what our act says. So, going by the act, what mistake the farmers did? How can PepsiCo slash 9 crore rupees fine on the farmers? This is wrong. So, you know what PepsiCo did? Immediately they withdrew the case. Immediately they withdrew the case. They said, okay, we're withdrawing. Right? Farmers, next time don't do this. They said they're withdrawing it. For some reason, they are withdrawing. In 2019, they were withdrawing. Whatever may be the reason, good thing is they were withdrawing. Okay, but they were applying for extension of the patent. You should know, in 2016, PepsiCo applied for patent for the potato variety. Right? The patent is for 6 years, and that patent can be extended for maximum 15 years from the date of registration. Okay, so 16 they applied for registration, right? 16 they got the patent, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 6 years is over. Now again they have to apply to extend it for 15 years. So they with PepsiCo they withdrew the case, but they applied for a patent term extension. So now case is over. Farmers are not punished. They can continue with their work. But here where the actual game changer happened. So what happened? Kavita Kurganti, a Bengaluru based social activist who is working in the field of farming. Okay, so for farming conservation, she is a farmer activist, a social activist. So, what she did, she raised a complaint to Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights Authority. Who is this authority? I will explain. In the Protection of Plant Varieties Act itself, this authority is clearly mentioned. While discussing the provisions of the Act, I will explain this authority. So, there is some authority in that legislation, in that Act. So, Kavita Gurkanti went to this Act and she raised a complaint against PepsiCo. What complaint? She said that the basis of PepsiCo's registration itself is false. The PepsiCo, they applied patent for FL27 potato, right? So Kavita Gurkanti says that no, the Lay's chips, they have not furnished all the information. They cannot apply for patent only. There is false information. So she was collecting all the evidence and she submitted that to this authority and she asked the authority to reject the patent, of the PepsiCo, that is Lay's chips. So this authority, they also saw everything and they in 2021 they rejected the patent of Lay's potato chips, that potatoes, okay, that FL27, that was rejected, completely rejected. PepsiCo got shocked, Lay's company got shocked. So what Lay's company did? So they appealed. They appealed in 2022. In 2021 December it was rejected. And you know what? The authority, they rejected the extension of the patent and the very patent both got cancelled. The basic patent also got cancelled. Okay. So now in 2022, the PepsiCo, they went to court, they went to High Court, they went to Delhi High Court. They went to Delhi High Court. Right. And they were saying that this is not fair, our patent is genuine. So please revoke that order. Right. But however, in July 2023, Delhi High Court, they said what is rejected is rejected. Right? The grounds were very clear. PepsiCo was not furnishing all the information. The ground for patent was the information which they gave for the patent approval was false. So Delhi High Court said whatever the authority said, the authority has rejected the patent, right? I am also rejecting it. Whatever the authority said is correct. So that is why it was in news. It's a huge blow on a big corporate. Think about PepsiCo. Think about Lay's, right? Their potatoes, which they applied for patent, this activist who found the flaws in the registration process, and that was taken to this authority, and the authority rejected, and the Delhi High Court also said rejected is rejected. Right? Whatever whatever the plant authority said, protection authority said, that is correct. So the registration, the patent for the potatoes which the lace was having is gone in India. That is the case study. That is why, because of the Delhi High Court judgment, this Plant Protection Act was in news. Right. See, look at the role played by the social activists. We have in GS2, we have role of NGOs, role of trust, right? Role of self-help groups. NGOs, civil society, trust, everything are connected. Look at their role. So we can come up with legislations. Government will come up with laws. To enforce laws, don't think only government should take all the activities. The role of civil society becomes so crucial. The role of NGOs are becoming so crucial. So it is the effort of a social activist that was giving relief for huge farmers. So to enforce the laws, we cannot depend only on government. Our active participation is also very important, for which this is a very good example. So I hope you got some clarity on this aspect. I will stop here. In the next video, I will explain the features of the Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights Act. I hope you got some idea on this case study. So you can use this in your mains, answers, examples, ethics, etc. I'll meet you tomorrow. Till then, bye. Take care.